Now Desmond, that KOTP TV signing in. Yo, we're gonna listen to a bit of Sodom today, you know. I've never really delved into this band. I was gonna call it an act. This band, this act. This musical and art experiment. I've never really delved into this act too much. I know there's got some good riffs down the line at the very least, but I don't really know where they started and what they become. Alright, I'm hoping we get a little bit more edge than a traditional thrash metal band. I do think it's going to be a little bit of a, straightforward mosh pitting thrash band, but at the very least I do hope that we get some good riffs out of it. Purely as I don't think we err much over in the crossover sense, which is kind of a good thing to me as far as thrash metal's concerned, because I like the thrash metal to be done by metal musicians as opposed to punk musicians. A lot more flair in it. Unfortunately, a lot more guitar solos, but that's the way it is. I got a little bit of information loaded up on Wikipedia that we can just quickly discuss before we go into the record. So if you just want to bypass this, just do it now. I understand I'm starting off on an EP. I normally do the LPs, but the Wikipedia discography started me off here and I ended up here, and I thought, you know what, it's 6 tunes. I've seen the artwork before, so people must be a fan of this record, even though it is an EP. And we'll go from there. So, as always, if you want to access all the full album listens, or at the very least, want to see what you can access, don't waste your time. Click the link down in the description. Life's too short to be fussy, isn't it, people? So I've got the discography open up here, right? So I'm not going to bother looking at the official page. It'll just state the Sodom's a German thrash metal band formed in '82. Okay, so this EP was brought out 3 years after the band had actually formed, so perhaps there was a demo of such. This is under studio albums for some reason, even though it's an EP, so that's just the way it has to be. So far they've released 16 studio albums, 16. 3 live records, 2 compilations, DVD, 2 EPs, 3 singles, and 2 demos. The band are considered one of the 3 biggest Teutonic thrash metal acts. The other 2 being Creator and Destruction. I need to get into Destruction, people. We'll do that next, alright? While the other 2 bands developed a sound that influenced death metal, Sodom created a sound that influenced many black metal bands. How interesting is that? What's Teutonic thrash? A regional scene of thrash metal that originated within German-speaking countries during the 80s. Along with Bay Area thrash, East Coast thrash, and Brazilian thrash, it was one of the major scenes of thrash metal in the 80s. Man, I don't know enough about thrash metal. I don't know anything about this, you know. So let's have a quick peek at the Sign of Evil. First EP and debut released by Sodom, released in '85 by Devil's Game independent label. This record is considered part of the first wave of black metal. Despite the melodic rawness, over-the-top lyrics, my life begins at midnight 12, masturbate to kill myself. And the elementary structure of the songs, 2 of them, Outbreak of Evil and Blasphemer, were regularly played by the band 35 years into its career, and they're considered crowd favourites. Cool. Tracks from Sign of Evil re-recorded in 2007, released at the final Sign of Evil. Interesting stuff. I might have that open, I don't even know. The EP is widely available as the bonus tracks in the CD version of their debut, Obsessed by Cruelty. Cool. So, we got an introductionary tune, but essentially we've got 5 songs, haven't we? Sodom is Tom Angel, Ripper, Grave Violator, aka Joseph Peppy Dominic, Witch Hunter, who is Christian Dudek, and we've got a few heads there as far as production's concerned, but we'll delve into that when the time is right. So, thank you for my TED Talk. This is Sodom. This is the introduction. Let's go. One of the first wave of black metal potentially we're listening to. Although this playlist states it was put out in '84, so somebody's wrong. Outbreak of Evil. Mind the beanie, my hair's a mess, people. This should have been on the intro. Bro, this sounds like a D-beat band. This sounds like a D-beat rock and roll band, doesn't it? Oh, this is black metal, isn't it? I mean, it's not, but it is. It errs towards that blackened thrash sound as opposed to thrash metal. I thought I was getting into a thrash metal act here. I thought it'd just be... But instead we've got some cackling shrieks and... Black metal! We got some of that going on. As far as the guitar line and the drumming is concerned, I could consider this a punk band. Very punk infused, which I'm surprised wasn't referenced on the Wikipedia. Because that's what I hear. That's what I hear. I hear like a D-beat rock and roll act. Even though it's not literally a D-beat, you know what I mean? You know where I'm coming from. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. Go on. So it's been incredibly basic. I mean, it tends to be quite basic anyway when you sort of put away the technical, elements of playing fast for fast's sake, and like thrash metal generally. But there is a selling point if they hit the right riff. You know what I mean? If they came in with the right riff and you heard that rinsed for 4 minutes 20, 4 minutes 29, it'd be quite pleasing, wouldn't it? As for me, I'm verging on. I'm not bored, but it's not my sound. This isn't my sound. This is quite shocking considering what I came into. I had a couple of mates who showed me Agent Orange, not the record as a whole, but one particular riff from one particular song from there, and I thought, yes, this is metal thrashing mad. So I'm looking forward to the development of this band. This is quite a wild introduction, really. You can't deny that black metal vocal. You can't deny it. That blown away froggy vocal we just experienced there. Come on. It's quite a good sound as far as a live experience would be concerned, you know what I mean? Just high tempo, high energy, straight to finish. Not so much moshing music as it is headbanging music and just movement music, you know? Children cry, children cry, cool. That was Outbreak of Evil. I want to see what we go to from here. I wonder if we're just going to continue jamming on the same sort of tempo and rhythm and same drum beat. Because that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to be surprised if we don't. Michael Vance says, not bad at all, but not one of their total headbanging, snapping, bone-crushing rampage jams like Outbreak of Evil and Conqueror. Actually, Destruction, Curse the Gods come into mind. This guy's excited, and he says this track's not going to be as good as the last one. There's only one way to find out.